morning. You are watching Uyokanjo TV, the pulse of Africa. I am Moach Tupila, your newscaster with the main news headlines. Eastern Province Minister Peter Piri says government is mindful that more effort is needed. Chief Nkweto installed. 5 people injured in an unknown criminal shooting. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back. And now, the main news in details. Eastern Province Minister Peter Piri says government is mindful that more effort is needed to raise awareness about the importance of youth civic engagement and its benefits. Mr. Piri says youth's opportunities to engage politically, economically, and socially are still lacking in some areas. He says it is important to harness the potential of the youth to achieve meaningful development. Mr. Piri was speaking when he graced the Chipata Diocesan World Youth Day commemoration at Mpangwe Prayer Center yesterday. And Diocesan Treasurer General Father Bernard Zulu, who represented Chipata Diocesan Bishop George Lungu, urged the government to continue working with the church, civil organizations, and people of goodwill to respond to the plight and needs of the youth in an effective way. Father Zulu says he is glad that the government has pledged to manage the youth affairs not as a marginal commitment, but something that is central to its planning. The day was commemorated under the theme, Stand Up, Appoint Yourself as a Witness. Muchinga Province Minister Henry Sikazwe says government values traditional leaders' contribution towards upholding the traditions and cultures of the country. And the Bemba Royal Establishment says it will work closely with the government in ensuring that there are no succession wrangles arising in any chiefdom in an event of death of a chief. Mr. Sikazwe said traditional leaders are key stakeholders in fostering development through culture as they are closer to the grassroots. The provincial minister, who was represented by the outgoing provincial permanent secretary, Captain Davis Mulenga, during the installation ceremony of Chief Nkweto VIII in Chinsali, charged that government cannot achieve their developmental agenda of reducing poverty without the effort of traditional leaders. He said it will ensure continued collaboration with chiefs who are key stakeholders in development to engage them in the new Dawn's government's fixed economy vision for the country. Five people have been injured after unknown criminals fired gunshots in Kamwala. Police in Osaka have since recorded a report of aggravated robbery and shooting incident which occurred Thursday at around 21:30 hours at TT Liquor Store, Kamwala. In a statement issued, Ray Hamonga said Biata Nyiraneza, age 39, of Lilai area, Rwandese, reported that 2 unknown men armed with an unknown type of firearm and a machete attacked. Mr. Hamonga said the attackers robbed Mrs. Nyiraneza of a handbag valued at 400 kwacha, which contained an undisclosed amount of money and various personal belongings. Brief facts are that Mrs. Nyiraneza closed her shop early to observe the performance of the alarm after she was informed that the alarm had malfunctioned the previous night. As she was closing the shop, the alarm immediately went off, she said. Mr. Hamonga said the victim decided to call Armed Secure to report the faulty alarm system as she was on phone. 2 unknown male persons emerged on foot armed with a firearm and a machete. He said one of the criminals pointed the firearm at her and ordered her to surrender her phone and handbag. As the 2 criminals were leaving the scene, the onlookers started shouting, "Thief!" This caused the criminal armed with a firearm to start shooting at random, he said. Mr. Hamonga named those injured as Miles Ngoma, aged 52, of the neighboring shop of Kamwala South, who was shot on her left leg. Kunda Lubaya, aged 63, of Asa Farm, was shot on the right arm. Samson Zulu, aged 25, of Chawama Compound, was shot on the left thigh. Sunday Chawe, aged 41, of Kamwala South, was shot on his left pelvis. And Harry Piri, aged 26, also of Kamwala South, was shot on the bladder. He said all the victims are admitted at UTH and receiving medical attention. 1 live ammunition and 4 empty cartridges of AK-47 rifle were picked from the scene of crime. Police are investigating the matter, he said. Thank you for watching Uyokanjo TV, the pulse of Africa. I'm your newscaster, Moach Tupila. good day and God bless you.